Welcome back to another exciting journey in the realm of cloud automation. Today, we're delving into the world of continuous integration and continuous deployment, focusing specifically on Lambda functions using AWS SAM, the Serverless Application Model. Why we use Serverless Application Model with GitHub Actions. To facilitate our clients' transition from monolithic architecture to microservices, we've initiated the migration of their front-end to AWS ECS, a fully managed microservice solution. For the backend, we've opted for AWS Lambda, leveraging its serverless capabilities. To streamline the deployment process, we've integrated GitHub Actions as our CI/CD solution, ensuring automated and efficient deployment workflows for both front-end and back-end components. What is Serverless Application Model? SAM, an open-source tool, aids developers in building and running serverless applications on AWS. It streamlines and enhances the development experience, making it more efficient and user-friendly. With the AWS SAM framework, developers can alleviate concerns about code duplication and complexity. This allows them to concentrate on crafting superior applications with clean and organized code, enhancing overall development efficiency and maintainability. AWS SAM automatically converts your code into the necessary IAM permissions to fulfill your requirements, streamlining the process of defining and managing permissions within your serverless applications. What is GitHub Actions? GitHub Actions serves as a comprehensive continuous integration and continuous delivery (CI/CD) platform, automating the build, test, and deployment pipelines of software projects. Additionally, it enables the execution of code within the repository in response to specific events, facilitating seamless extension and customization of workflows. In this demonstration, we will deploy an AWS Lambda function, commonly referred to as a serverless application, in an automated manner using GitHub Actions. Things to be prepared before you dive into this demo. AWS Amazon Linux 3 EC2 instance with 22 port allowed. A new GitHub repository. Name can be GitHub Actions with AWS SAM. An AWS IAM user with access keys and with the following permissions. Amazon S3 full access. Amazon API Gateway Administrator. AWS Lambda full access. IAM full access. AWS CloudFormation full access. Without further ado, let's automate those deployments and unleash the full potential of AWS SAM. Navigate to your AWS EC2 console and select the EC2 instance designated for this demonstration. Click the Connect button and again click Connect. Navigate to the GitHub repository using the provided link in the description. We need to install Docker in the server. So run these commands in the server to install the Docker. These commands will update the package lists and then install Docker on your server. The Docker is installed successfully. We need install git. Login as sudo user. Then, run yum install git-y command. Navigate to the GitHub repository. Copy the commands that I have provided to install SAM, and run it on the instance. You can see the version of SAM CLI. Next, let's create the SAM application. Run this command to create code for the serverless application. If X-ray tracing is not required for our Lambda function at the moment, you can simply enter in to proceed without enabling it. CloudWatch application insights also not needed for our Lambda function at this time. So, you can enter in to decline to enable it. To enable the Lambda function's logging structure as JSON format, please enter Y. Now the application code is getting created. You can see a new folder is created. Navigate to that folder. These are the files for the sample Hello World application with serverless architecture. Navigate to my GitHub repository. Now it's time to test our application locally. Run this command to install the application in local. After the build is completed, Verify that the function response matches the specifications outlined in the document. Now, copy the command to run the application on the server in order to test it. Allow the application to run in this terminal, and open another terminal for interacting with the server. While the terminal is connecting, copy the endpoint from the terminal where the application is running. Retrieve the application's response by hitting the endpoint using the curl command from the other terminal. You will receive the same response as specified in the document. Now you can stop the application on your local server by hitting Ctrl and C. Now it's time to deploy the application as an AWS Lambda function using AWS SAM and GitHub Actions. To set up GitHub Actions for AWS, the initial step involves configuring AWS IAM credentials within GitHub Secrets. So, navigate to your GitHub repository and go to Settings. Click on Secrets and Variables, and then Actions to access the area where you can configure secrets and variables for GitHub Actions. Hit New Repository Secret. For the name of the secret, please use the first one as specified in the document for setting up GitHub Secrets. And for the secret value of that, provide the IAM user's access key, and click Add Secret button. We need another secret for store the secret access key. For the name, use the second value specified in the document for setting up GitHub Secrets. And for the secret, provide the AWS IAM secret access key and click Add Secret. We have done the secret setup for GitHub Actions. Navigate to my GitHub repository for reference. We need a file for setup pipeline. We need to create a folder as workflows inside .github folder in the Applications folder. Run mkdir command to create the folder path in the server. You can find the command in the document. Create a new file as sam-pipeline.yml inside the Workflows folder. Copy these contents and paste them into the newly created file. Replace the value from the region with the name of the region where you want to deploy your Lambda application in your AWS account. For me, I am going to use the US East 1 region. Save the file and exit. To deploy your application in AWS with GitHub Actions, we need to push the code in the GitHub repository. Copy the first 4 lines of commands and run it inside the GitHub Actions with AWS SAM folder. Copy the 5th line command and paste it in the server. Replace the GitHub username with your username or the organization name where you have your GitHub repository. For me, I have the repository inside the organization called EasyDeploy Cloud. Once completed, execute the final command on the server. Once pushed, open your GitHub repository and refresh the page. Now, you can see the code is pushed to your repository. Click on the small icon. It will show the running pipeline. Click on Details to see the pipeline logs. Our GitHub pipeline is running to deploy our application with Lambda. Give it some time to complete. The pipeline is completed. We got an endpoint. Use this endpoint to trigger our application and try to receive a response from it. We got the Hello World output as we expected. This is the response we got previously when we tested this application locally. So the application and the pipeline is working fine as we expected. If you want to delete all the resources created by SAM in AWS, you can use the below command. But need to configure AWS in the server to give AWS permission to the server. Run the command. Provide the access key of the AWS IAM user. Provide the secret access key of the IAM user. Once configured, copy the SAM delete command from the document and run to in the server. Replace the region with your region name where you've created the resources. It needs verification to delete the resources. Enter Y to continue. Another verification for deleting the objects inside the bucket that is created by this pipeline. Type Y to continue. It starts to delete the resources. Wait for some time to complete. Deleting resources is completed. This is the simple demonstration to set up GitHub Actions to deploy Lambda applications in AWS. And there you have it, folks. We've reached the end of our journey in this demo. By leveraging the capabilities of AWS SAM in tandem with GitHub Actions, you've equipped yourself with a powerful toolkit to streamline your serverless application deployments. Whether it's for small-scale projects or enterprise-grade solutions, this integration offers efficiency and reliability. It's important to recognize that automation isn't just about saving time. It's about minimizing errors, ensuring consistency, and empowering you to prioritize what truly matters, crafting innovative solutions for your users. Do you have any questions? Please feel free to comment or contact us at our email ID or contact us page. We will be happy to reply you. EasyDeploy is an authorized AWS cloud consulting partner. We have helped various organizations in adopting their cloud journey by architecting, implementing, and managing their environment with AWS best practices.